What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron. Feels like it's been a little bit here. I know that we did a stream, I think a couple weeks ago with the Fantasy Stock Exchange boys, but it's been a minute since I had some me and you time here on the channel. Just me and the Ron Stewart subscribers. How are we doing today? We have some really exciting stuff. Sleeper put rookies on their platform. We can now draft rookies. Dynasty rookies, do rookie mock drafts on Sleeper. If you're in here, how are you, man? How is everybody doing? How are we? I'm hoping that we're live here and everything is good to go. I am going to double check that. But I am excited to get a nice little live stream in here. Again, it feels like it's been a while. Now, I do have to be honest. I don't even know how we're going to set up this Sleeper mock draft. I think that it's going to be just fine, though. All right, so let's hop in there. Now, by the way, we do have, I think yesterday, I did an update to the update of our Dynasty rankings over on Patreon, patreon.com/Ron Stewart. I have my Dynasty top 200 tiers, buy and sell recommendations, and most importantly, I have rookie picks in the startup value, so you can see like when you should start taking rookie picks in your Dynasty startup drafts. And then I also have my way too early top 25 rookie draft ranking. So if you just kind of want to get a feel for how I feel about this class so far, where I have certain players, it is all on there. Link is in the description. It should be pinned in the live chat. All of that good stuff. Again, in case if you're a sicko and you want to see 25 rookies ranked in January 25th, on January 25th. We got Among Us in here. What's going on, fellas? How are we? Once the chat gets bumping a little bit, I do want to get some rookie mock drafts going. I think pretty much the plan for this is I just want to sort of hang out, talk with you guys. I'm going to pull my rankings on the other screen here. We'll do some mock drafts. We'll talk some shop. And then that'll be that. But how is everybody doing today, man? How is everybody? Let me know in the chat. Leave a like in the stream as well. A little bit rusty again. Haven't consistently streamed since like the summer, but I am excited to get back into it. I think the plan is going to be weekly live streams. So we stream today. We're going to stream. The goal is it's super basic. We're going to do mock draft Monday. So we're going to stream every Monday for as long as we can, really. Rookie drafts. So this is a rookie draft stream. This Monday will be a startup draft stream. After that will be rookie draft. Next Monday will be startup draft stream. And we'll just alternate back and forth. How are we, though? We got Henry Muto in here. We got Jeremy in here. We got Brandon. How are we? How is everybody doing? Again, I am excited to get on stream. How is everybody's Thursday? I was going to say like the holidays. Nothing's really going on here. Excited for the Dynasty content this season, this offseason. Me too, man. Shout out Zach Monty. I had one Dynasty league that I penciled in. There is no chance I lose this league. This is a automatic W, and Zach Monty comes in there, and he dethrones me. Just like a hilarious roster. I would have won. I'm sure that he had a start-sit decision that he maybe flubbed on as well, but Devontae Smith over Devontae Adams in the final week screwed me pretty damn bad. But that team just had such an embarrassment of riches. That start-sit decisions were literally the biggest downfall of that team. But let's see. I got to be honest, I've sort of been out of the loop when it comes to sleeper mock drafts here. So let's see how difficult this is going to be. Let's see how difficult this is going to be. Settings. All right, so we want to do linear. We will go 2024 Dynasty Rookie Mock. Superflex tight end premium. What's up, Henry? I have heard about the playoff contest schedule or scandal. I also saw, dude, you said that you won the cut line, which is insane. I still don't even know how that contest works, but you seem to be cleaning up in them, so I might have to give them a try here. All right, so we're gonna go PPR. We'll go linear. 12 teams? We'll go 60-second timer for now. Rookies only. Roster settings. We will not do this. Let's clear all this out. Maybe just 4 bench spots. Does that work? Or maybe let's do 4 super flex spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. I forget. Again, fellas, it's been a while, man. It's been a while. We got Jermaine Burton at the top. Whoa. All right, so they're not ranked. All right, so let's do this. How did I used to do this where you could essentially I could set it up in a way. Yeah, like right now it's just Superflex. I'd like to set it up so that you can sort it by position. Anybody have anybody have some tips for me? What's good, Ron? Hope all is well. Hope everyone in the chat is doing well. Me too, man. What do we got? Looking forward to your first Dynasty offseason. There we go. Early stream. What's good, Ron? When the rookie vid's dropping? Very, very, very soon. Very soon. I do want to, I don't know if we're going to start in February or March, but I do want to do like weekly, just like talking about one player type videos. Just put every position as a roster spot. I think that's probably the play. I just don't want people thinking that they have to like fill out a roster here. So let's just do this. We'll do, yeah, I suppose this is what we'll do. So update, boom. Do they have tight ends? They got, geez. So this is just like, they don't even have ADP or anything here. So this is going to be a little bit brutal here. So let's also do this. How far can I zoom in? Nope. Can we zoom in 110? We can. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to claim a spot. We are going to, sorry for all this, fellas. We're just going to get some formatting out of the way here. Let's go like this. Nope. We're way too pushed to the left right now. That's the issue. All right, so then we'll put ourselves here. Still not where we need to be. Shout out Ethan. I think I need a super flex spot. What if we do this? What if I add a super flex here and I take away a quarterback? What does that do? Not quite what I was looking for. We're just gonna roll with this. We'll roll with this and like just know you don't have to fill your positions. It's whatever. We're just gonna do it like this for now. All right, so then we will do copy invite link. All right, if you want to join, I'm gonna drop this in chat. Everything looks pretty good from what I'm looking at. All right, join here. Hopefully, I mean, dude, we only got like 40 people in here. Honestly, I don't know that this is gonna fill, but let's see. Our first 2024 rookie mock draft of the Dynasty offseason. Boom. There we go. We got Brock in here. What's going on, my boy? What's going on? How are we? I'm trying to get this thing bumping. I just put the sleeper chat below, or the sleeper link below. It's in the live chat. You can click it. You can come in here, and we can get some Dynasty rookie mock drafts going. I will say I am excited. I did just go through and do my first top 25 rankings. It was not easy, but it was a good thought exercise. We have a lot of really good players at the top. Almost to the point where if you missed out on the playoffs, but you didn't tank properly and you finished in pretty much every Dynasty player knows you either want to finish first or finish last. I think that this year it's pretty funny. If you ended up being a tweener in your league, I think that it's really not a big deal. Like I see 102 through 105 as like the same value, if that makes sense. Yeah, well, Genji, I'm gonna randomize the order. That's the thing. I'm gonna randomize the order. So you can pick whatever. We need 3 more. 3 more. Come on. What else we got in here? You said you haven't been paying attention to rookies yet. I may join but won't know much. I feel like not everyone knows much about rookies either. I feel like you play in enough Devy leagues and Dynasty that you'll have a grasp, Brock. I promise you will. What else we got? All right, we need 2 more. 2 more, fellas. You said 101 through 107. Yeah, exactly. Again, if you were a tweener this year, it's really not a massive deal. I feel like any team that didn't make the playoffs is going to have a good player, if that makes sense. All right, so let's randomize the draft order, and then boom, let's get right into it. Why not? Now, I will say, where it's going to get ugly, is when we get into the, what do you want to call it? Where it's going to get ugly is once you get out of like the top 15 picks, it's good as anybody's guess, man. I don't know. We need draft capital, landing spots. We need an official combine list. We need combine numbers, like especially for the fringe guys, right? Just because like then we're talking about like Jace McClellan and Marshawn Lloyd and Audric Estime, Will Shipley, Braylon Allen. I do like a lot of those guys, but we don't have a lot of clarity on where those guys are going to go. All right, so we don't have ADP to hold our hand right now. Marvin Harrison goes, Drake May goes. We're going to go Jaden Daniels. I really like Jaden Daniels. I'm damn close to putting him QB2. He does seem damn near bulletproof, can run, can throw. Especially a guy like me who loves scrambling quarterbacks. It would make a lot of sense for me to love Jaden Daniels, and I do. But there's something about Drake May where he is this prototypical big body, rocket arm. Seems like NFL teams like him more. It's going to be tough. Like, to me, they're both one, or I guess, to me, Caleb is the clear one, with May and Daniels kind of being like the 2A and 2B. It's honestly, I truly do think that you can, I think that this is probably consensus right here, but you can truly rank 102 through 105 however you please in my book. I think that Neighbors is that good. I think the quarterbacks are that good. If you want to make the case to put Marvin Harrison Jr. behind both quarterbacks and say, hey, it's super flex, you have to value them there at some point, I wouldn't even hate that either. Now, I will say, fellas, I think that one of my hot takes of this offseason, and we'll see how this goes, I actually don't want to talk. I don't want to talk when he hasn't been picked yet. But yeah, pretty much chalk top 7. This is a clean top 7, man. Like, this is an absolute beauty. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. If I look at my Dynasty rookie rankings right now, I have J.J. McCarthy, and I have J.J. McCarthy at 12th, and I have Michael Penix at 13th. I'm not certain that either of those guys are going to go in the first round of the NFL draft. I think that teams are going to be scared off of Penix with his, 14 ACL injuries. The lefty thing, the fact that he's 25 as well. I'm exaggerating across the board there, but you get what I'm saying. There's a lot of red flags there. J.J. McCarthy, I was never all that impressed with. He kind of looks like Zach Wilson. If Zach Wilson was in a run-first Brock Purdy type offense in college, I'm not over the top excited about either of those guys. We got Toronto Dave in here. The Mandem, what's up, my boy? What's up, Toronto Dave? Ron, you have early thoughts on O'Dune's profile? My early thoughts on O'Dune's profile is he's clearly the wide receiver 3. Anybody saying that Odunze needs to be above Neighbors or Harrison Jr., you're out of your goddamn mind, but he's very easily wide receiver 3 for me in a tier of his own. I think he's very solid, but the Biletnikoff thing, all I did was tweet about Malik Neighbors a few weeks ago and just say, Malik Neighbors is really, really good. He might be the wide receiver 2 in this class, but he is no consolation prize. All right, I'm sprinting to the board to take Bo Nix. My biggest hot take of this draft season is I think Bo Nix gets drafted before J.J. McCarthy, before Michael Penix, and I think that he gets first-round draft capital while Penix and J.J. McCarthy get left out of the first round. I really like Bo Nix's profile. We'll dive into it more in videos when I have all the data in front of me, but he is somebody that performed very well in terms of big-time throws, turnover-worthy plays. He's someone that performed very well in terms of avoiding sacks. Now, of course, Oregon's offensive line is very, very good, but Bo Nix also doesn't take negative plays or negative sacks. Even when he was at Auburn and he wasn't good, he scrambles a bit. He was a 5-star recruit, big body with some tools, so he can move, throw the ball. Of course, he's not like Josh Allen or anything, but he does have tools, produced at Oregon. Lance Zierlein likes him as well, which is really good as well, because Lance Zierlein's quarterback grades aren't amazing. They're not terrible. They're solid. And then also Daniel Jeremiah had Bo Nix, I think, 14th overall in his recent mock. I think that he's going to go top 15 Bo Nix. I think the team's going to fall in love with him. Bo Nix, as of right now, is my 108. And as of right now, he is grading out as an elite quarterback prospect. So I do like Bo Nix. I know that he's older, but we've done research on that age doesn't matter a ton for these quarterback prospects. We've seen Joe Burrow, Andrew Luck, Cam Newton was a fifth-year senior. Joe Burrow, like I said, was a fifth-year senior. Deshaun Watson was a fourth-year guy. Andrew Luck was a four-year guy. Justin Herbert was a four-year guy. So I don't know. Where are you picking Bo Nix again? I have him as my 108. After Rome Odunze, Bo Nix is in the conversation for me. Now, if you want to take Troy Franklin, or if you like Keon Coleman, if you like Brian Thomas, you can go with those guys. But I do like Bo Nix in that same tier. I don't think Nix and Penix are first-round picks. We'll see. It's really, really early. It's really, really early. You said Bo Nix is very easily QB4. I'm telling you, that's not consensus here. We got Penix and McCarthy here. I agree, though. Bo Nix is my QB 4 by like a decent margin right now. We'll see. Yeah, Lance Zierlein loves Bo Nix, but it's not even so much that, Lance loves him, so I like him. It's really more so that he popped a ton. Like, Bo Nix has it graded out similar to Drake May. Like, there's not a lot that the model differentiates between the two. And that's assuming Bo Nix grades out as elite without top 12 draft capital, which is like massive. Like, the only guys to ever do that would be I think Lamar Jackson is one. So my model loves Bo Nix. Then on top of that was before even giving him a good Lance Zierlein grade. So now we're going to get a Lance Zierlein grade coming over the top. Lance has like a top 10 type grade on him. And then I think that he's also going to be in the play to get a top 12 type capital, as we're seeing with like Dalen Jeremiah, him raising up draft boards. Now, we'll be honest, I should have been looking at what I wanted to do next with these picks because I was not on top of this. Now, terms of running backs here, I really like Audric Estime. Now, he's not the profile that I usually go for. I doubt that they have his height and weight, 5'11", 227. He is rocked up. Like, Audric Estime is like a thick, like I would call him kind of like an A.J. Dillon is what I would call him. Jersey boy, played at Notre Dame. He is fun, Estime. Yeah, Nix at 204 is insane. That's not going to be what happens, though. Which wide receivers who got picked before Nix would you rather have Nix than? Leggett easily. And then I think probably 80 Mitchell, Xavier Worthy are in the same tier as Bo Nix. So like right around the same tier. But I'd probably lean Bo Nix. I like Bo Nix. You like Polk? Jalen Polk, I have a tough time just kind of weeding out those Washington receivers. Like, I think Polk's interesting. I think McMillan's also interesting. I don't really know what to make of either of them. I know that Polk is the younger of the two. I think they both had stretches where they were hurt this year. And they both get weighed down by the fact that they are behind Rome Odunze in that offense. Snipe Braylon. Dude, Braylon is fun too. He's also kind of like an A.J. Dillon. He's one of the youngest prospects I've ever seen in my life. He was like 17 as a true freshman. And I think he just turned 20, which is crazy. Elite with projected first-round draft capital? Yeah. Even if it's not top 12, which is crazy. Now, of course, there's other things that can happen. I don't know. If he somehow has like 7-inch hands, or I don't know what would really have to happen. With quarterbacks, there's not a lot of movement that's going to happen here. We'll see. But yeah. You taking Odunze or Bowers first? For me, Bowers. Bowers looks really, really freaking good, man. Really freaking good. Now, tight ends are tough. Like, there's a reason I don't give out elite or better grades for tight ends, just because there's no such thing as a sure thing. I've talked about it a bunch, but like, dog, like, if prospecting at tight end was real, we would see guys like Noah Fant, O.J. Howard, all be really good. I will say Spencer Rattler doesn't grade out good at all in the RS grades, but I do like him from a real life standpoint as like a dart throw late, but it's mostly hopeless. And it's halfway fueled by the fact that he played high school ball with Nico Mannion at Pinnacle. If any of you guys are familiar with that. Bo Nix, you're a Denver Bronco, I could see that. Mike Renner has Nix as his QB3 with a top 10 grade as well. Yeah, it seems like a lot of film guys like him, and my numbers like him too. So he's somebody that I don't mind at all, Bo Nix. You doing more drafts? Probably gonna do like 3 or 4. Probably 3 or 4. We'll see. turns like a bathtub Polk. Thoughts on Marvin Harrison Jr. versus Drake May? That's where it's really tough. That's where it's really, really tough. Let's see. I gotta be honest with you guys. I don't think Torrey Horton is not in this class. Oh wow, Cowing was still out there. The numbers like Cowing a lot. I'll tell you that. I have two guys I really like here. I'm gonna go Jaheim Bell just so I can talk about Jaheim Bell. All right, so are you guys familiar with Jaheim Bell? He is a really fun profile. It sucks as he kind of got railroaded here. Like, this is a really good breakout second year here where he has like 30 catches, 497 yards. The thing that's really interesting to me is like he plays a running back sometimes. Like this 2022 year at South Carolina, 73 rush attempts, 261 rushing yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. That's pretty fun. It's not a great yards per carry or anything, but he is kind of like a do-it-all kind of tight end. Fun build, athletic. The other guy I really liked there was Marshawn Lloyd out of USC. He's fun too. But I figured I'd talk about Jaheim Bell. We'll truly see. He needs to test well and then get drafted on day 2 for him to really be anything worth talking about. But Jaheim Bell is somebody that I've loved from like Devi, like his second year at South Carolina. He's been very fun. Yeah, he's gonna be 20 for his entire rookie season. Bo Nix is not a New York Jet. Come on now. Polk is going to be tough as nails, possession wide receiver at the next level. I like him, but got to see his draft capital, no, for sure. It's going to be interesting. It really wouldn't shock me if McMillan went ahead of Polk. And I don't really have a preference between the two. I think I would probably prefer Polk. But it's close. How do I get in on this draft? This next one, I am going to just put a link in chat. And we'll run up another one of these. You don't know these guys going late. I know some of them, but yeah, I agree that it is kind of a crapshoot here. You're not a fan of any of the FSU guys? I kind of agree. I'm sort of lower on Keon Coleman, and I'm also lower on Trey Benson. Dude, I cannot stand. I want the text to be bigger, man. Hold on here, fellas. Just bear with me. Bear with me. No. What is... Give me this. How does that look? Okay, that looks better. I just felt like it was so... I don't know. I think I'm probably bugging out. All right, so let's do another one. How do I... can I just like copy the settings? No. New NFL mock draft. Is it just going to be the same setup? Please be that. All right, perfect. All right, so I'm going to claim a spot, and I'm just going to send the link in the chat. If you want to hop in, you can hop in. Probably do a couple more of these. Sleeper at their colleges, please. All right, there's the link. It's in the sleeper chat. We'll start it as soon as it's filled. There's 2 trade offers I want to get to. You said you traded Tyreek Hill for Tank Dell, the 106 to 205. Yeah. Yeah. You offloaded a veteran for... I mean, like... You could make the case... 106 and Tank Dell is enough for me to move off of Tyreek Hill. By a lot, to be honest with you. By a lot. So the fact that you got a 25 first on top and like a 205, like, I mean, that's beautiful. All for Superflex to trade 103 and Ridley for 102. I think, I don't know. To me, 102 through 105 is so flat, but that's a really cheap price. So I don't know. It's up to you. It depends on how, I don't know. I wouldn't really want to pay anything to move up in that tier. All right, let's randomize this and then get going. Where am I? The 9 spot. Sick. I can't wait to draft at the 9 spot. You said McMillan, I think, will be a slot and Polk outside. I could see McMillan being better for fantasy. Really, the only reason that I've said anything about McMillan is just because he was hot at the end, which, like, I know that sounds corny, but it's something that I think NFL teams might stick with NFL teams because on their run to the college football championship, McMillan was the one that was hot. I want to say that he scored a touchdown in the championship game, maybe 2 the game before as well. I could be wrong, but I know that he got hot towards the end there. Trey Benson looks like Bishop Sankey. I actually kind of love that comp. Also, we have a Marvin Harrison Jr. Enjoyer taking him first overall. That's one where it's tough. Again, I think that Marvin Harrison Jr. is really, really good. Like, I really do. I think he's amazing, Marvin Harrison Jr. But valuing him versus the quarterbacks is where it gets really tough. Because unless if he's Jamar Chase and he steps on the scene, he's amazing. I think, again, that's in his range of outcomes. But so is Amari Cooper, and Sammy Watkins. I think the beautiful part with Marvin Harrison Jr. is you'll probably have a year of, like, really good insulation on him anyways. But, again, it's so tough. Because even Jefferson and Chase are, like, the 107, 108, right? Where, like, C.J. Stroud's the 104 right now, 103. The quarterbacks just have such a value ceiling. That if you wanted to say Marvin Harrison Jr. at 104 behind both Daniels and May, I wouldn't really fight you on it. It's not quite where I'm leaning at this point, but I could see it. I'm curious everyone's favorite sleeper and why. Like, not someone that goes in the first round of a rookie draft in 2024, but who's a guy maybe going to be at the Senior Bowl, maybe going to be a guy at the Combine that a lot of people know about. Who are you planting your flag on that's not super obvious in this class? I'm very curious. Like, don't tell me you're planting your flag on Brock Bowers. So Xavier Worthy goes. Somebody mentioned Xavier Worthy's. See, this for me, I'm going to take Bo Nix here. Like, this is where I would take Bo Nix. A couple other guys that I do like in this spot are Troy Franklin. Brian Thomas is one. Keon Coleman's cool as well. One league, you traded Tyreek Hill for Tank Dell. I already looked at that. No, you made out amazing, my boy. What else we got in here? Do you think anyone will emerge from the crowd, or is the top 7 pretty solidified? Man, I think it's pretty solidified. I could see. I think Bo Nix, man. If Bo Nix goes top 12, I'm telling you guys, if Bo Nix goes top 12, top 10 in the NFL draft, he easily finds himself in this top 8 tier. And I think people aren't really thinking about that just yet. We'll truly see. But in terms of what? Oh, this is a snake. We'll run it snake. We'll run it snake, fellas. Just we'll run this one snake. Maybe we'll just pause it, actually. God damn it. I was just gonna do it, but we won't. I know people get very bent out of shape when I would like to do the snakes, but whatever. I honestly prefer snakes with these mocks because I'm in so many leagues and I'm not really preparing for anything. And on top of that, most of my leagues I've been in so long that my rookie picks are all over the place, I might have somebody else's first, might have somebody else's second, might not have my own second, but whatever. Xavier Worthy and Troy Franklin. I will say somebody touched on it. Xavier Worthy's RS grade, or not RS grade, Lance Zierlein grade is not good. And that is definitely an indictment. So we'll see. I still think that it won't bump him out of gold elite range, though. But it is a ding on his profile. And a reason why I probably have him in a tier below, like your Brian Thomas, Troy Franklin, Keon Coleman area. Coming around on A.D. Mitchell as well. A.D. Mitchell kind of pops. Like, he almost looks like George Pickens a little bit. Not the same freshman breakout, but a little bit. Where he has that, like, big physical perimeter receiver archetype without, like, a monster production type season. Purdy and Dell from Mahomes all day, my guy. All day. Maybe I'm just hyping out the Washington guys due to familiarity. I watched all their games with some of these players on bad teams I don't know yet. That's fair. I've heard a lot about Malachi Corley. I can't say that I am really all over any of these three, to be honest. I don't have Malachi Corley in my top 25 right now. Neither Devontae Walker. I do have Lad McConkey, though. He is my 24th ranked player. We got Sultan in here. What's up, my boy? I know I talked to you in the Discord last night. People think I'm not active in that Discord. I am a lurker, but I keep notifications on, which don't spam at me with every single trade that you get, but I'm not a ghost in the Discord. By the way, I think especially the Dynasty community in our Discord is really good. So if you're like new to Dynasty, or even if you just love Dynasty, the Discord to join is free. It's in the comment section, or it's in like the description or whatever. If you want to hop in there, it's just everyone that watches the channel and also enjoys Dynasty. Well, I guess also just enjoys fantasy football in general, but you get what I'm saying. Oh, Penix was still hanging around, huh? That's the funny part about these, man, is like players are just going to hang around because there's no ADP yet, which is completely justified at this point. Who do I got up next? Let's go. Is Brooks still hanging around? I feel like this is the issue with this class, fellas, is like Jonathan Brooks is actually a really good prospect if he didn't tear his ACL. What I want to say is, yes, this is a really good wide receiver class and a really weak running back class, but this is where it gets tough for me. Once we get to the Devontae Walker, Corley, Lad McConkey, Leggett range, that's when I start to look at, like, I like Jonathan Brooks, Blake Corum, Trey Benson, Braylon Allen, Bucky Irving, Audric Estime, Will Shipley, all probably over these guys, unless if you could guarantee me they go, like, day 2. Jalen Polk is good, too, though. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough until we get a combine, draft capital, all of that, to weigh these guys like second round or later, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't mind that, Riley. Right now, it feels like if you're picking outside the top 7, you're shit out of luck. Oh, I hope some people rise up from the combine. Yeah, I agree. Jamari Thrash, never heard of that guy. Michael Pratt, I've heard of him. Out of Tulane, quarterback. Not all that interested. I don't know yet, but I do think Burton from Alabama is actually pretty interesting late round. I have him on a Devy team that I co-manage with my boy Nelly. Jermaine Burton's interesting. He was like good at Georgia. He was supposed to be like the next like Jameson Williams type transfer to Alabama, and he just like he was okay. He was good, but he wasn't like a monster. Jermaine Burton is interesting though. I think he was a good recruit as well. Josh Allen and A.J. Brown for A-Rich, 103 and 105. God damn. The crazy thing is, man, I think probably not. If you didn't have to give up A.J. Brown, I think that I would be comfortable off-roading Josh Allen for that, though. I can't throw in A.J. Brown, though. If Franklin counts as a sleeper, sort of. I really can't wait to see how this wide receiver class RS grades stack up to 22 and 23 classes. I will say the RS grades are out right now. But it's 100% worth noting that I'm going to do an update to the RS grades. Like I know that they're a little bit dated in terms of draft capital projections. Some of them have players who haven't declared yet. I'm waiting for the official combine list. Once the official combine list comes out, I'm going to have every player that's invited to the combine in the RS grades. And then I'm also going to put in the new Lance Zierlein grade. So we should get a lot more clarity. I think Grinding the Mocks also put out a draft capital update. So there's going to be a lot of big changes to the RS grades pretty much like early February. When we start getting more information. Xavier Worthy would not be picked as high this year if Tank Dell didn't break out. I don't know that Xavier Worthy is quite that size. I know he's thin. What am I looking for here? I don't want any of these wide receivers. Somebody mentioned Jamari Thrash. I've never heard of him until now. What's hanging around here? I got a couple of ideas. So he goes M. Washington. I couldn't even tell you who M. Washington is. Like Malik Washington, maybe? Malik Washington. I don't know why I know that name. I could not tell you who he is, what he does. But let's go Will Shipley. 3rd round Will Shipley, man. I remember people talking about Will Shipley as the next Christian McCaffrey, man. White running back. I don't know. He catches passes. Everything else is kind of meh. We'll see how he tests. I don't know. The team could like him like the 3rd round or something, but I'm not all that excited about Shipley. I know he had stands early on at Clemson, though. I think they're going to be at least 5 receivers that grade out at or above JSN. I think that you're actually, I think I set the over under at 3.5 is what I would set the over under at. Really like AD Mitchell. He's so fluid for his size. Texas always wanted to ball in his hands in clutch time. Yeah, AD Mitchell does look very fun. I'm starting to come around on him. He actually graded out pretty well. I think he's like a gold with second round capital. JJ McCarthy will not be one of the first quarterbacks drafted. I'm sorry. There's just no way. So don't listen to Nutcher or Surgeon or Arm the Sharks. I don't arm the Sharks. He's the boy. Tez day 2 lock. Yeah, Bucky Irving in the second round. Sweet. I'm telling you, I just did my top 25, and again, we're so far out that it's tough, but I have every running. I have Braylon Allen, Estime, Irving, Corum, and Shipley as mid to late seconds, and we all just got them in the third. It is all relative, though, but Richardson and Levis, where we're going this time of year. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of things that can definitely change. How does Blake Corum look in your model? Guessing size is a big concern. Size isn't a concern yet for him just because we don't have relative athletic score. I will say because he's so compact, I think that he's actually going to grade out probably fine there. It's going to come down to how he runs and what his draft capital is. But Corum, I'm fine with. I think I put him. He's my RB2 right now. I have it Brooks, then Corum. But it's honestly a big jumble until we get combine numbers. Because I could see myself, dude, if Braylon Allen, if he runs really well for his size, like again, Braylon Allen looks like A.J. Dillon. If he runs well, his speed score is going to jack his RS grade way up. He's like 20 years old. Braylon Allen's the guy I'm most excited for. I think that he's the guy that can really jump in my rankings just after a good combine. Thrash was a college fantasy football producer. Okay. Bucky that late is crazy. Yeah, I agree. How do we get into these mocks? I drop a link in the comments. Where these issue isn't size, he just has questionable hands and tracking at times. He's thin, don't get me wrong, but yeah. His freshman year is nuts, though. Xavier Worthy. You said, what's good, Ron? What's up, Eric? That's a name I recognize. You said, running another one of these? For sure. We'll do one more, and then I'm going to eat dinner. Let's do... Damn, somebody took my guy, Jaheim Bell. What can we do here? Rattler went... Wow, we have a Joe Milton enjoyer in here. It is very funny how clueless we all are at this point in the draft, man. Give me... Is there any word on A&S Smith? I remember him being a fun guy out of A&M. Like track speed, fast, on that team with Achane and Spiller. Who else was on that team? Watermeyer. They had like a low-key squad with like Kellen Mond there for a second. A&S Smith is interesting. He's going to test really, really well. I don't really have a take on him just yet, but he's going to test really well. God damn, Flat, chill, my guy. Flat, my goodness, dude. $50 Canada. I don't know what the conversion is, but I really do appreciate that, man. Flat is the boy. I do appreciate you, Flat. Flat's the man. Flat, you're like, you're like in real life friends with Danny, right? Braylon Allen's low-key case of prospect heap. He was him his freshman year. Yeah, I agree. You think that he's going to be slow? We'll see. See the Ravens taking an RB late round 2. Dude, I think Blake Corum is a Raven. That's somebody that screams Raven to me. All right, we'll do one more, fellas. We'll do one more. New NFL mock. Put me at 6. Again, I'm just going to put the link in the chat, fellas. So just first come, first serve. Boom. There's the link. Hop on in. We'll randomize the draft order when it's full. $50 American. You just ended up living super close. Oh, that's sick. Texting my mother to, she made hamburgers tonight. All right. Here we go. Appreciate everyone that's getting in here, filling these up fast. Let's do a little bit of a random, and then we'll get this one going. We got Flet in here. Let's do it. Draft order. Boom. We got the 2 spot. 2 spot's actually freaking brutal, man. I don't wish the 2 spot on my worst enemy. Because again, there's like 4 dudes I like here. Again, look out, dude. Malik Neighbors, if he tests well and he goes top 10, like we might end up with 2 legendary wide receiver prospects in this class, which I think would be the first time since AJ Green and Julio. Could be wrong though. Give me Drake May. I do really like Drake May. My model doesn't like him as much. But also he's still an elite. Like he grades out similarly to like a Justin Herbert. We gotta hit up a game this year. Danny, Corey, and I went to Buffalo. Damn. Dude, I might have to host you guys at MetLife. Dude, MetLife's a shithole, but I might have to host you guys at MetLife. I was talking with my mom too. I'll put this on everything. On moms. If the Jets make the playoffs and they ever host a home game, I will be there no matter what. Mbappe meme. I will be there no matter what. I don't care how cold it is. I don't care if there's snow. If the Jets host a playoff game at shitty dumpster MetLife, I will be there no matter what. I don't know if that's going to be next year, 5 years, 10 years, 20, 50, but I will be there. I don't care how much I got to drop. Oh, we got a Jermaine Burton pick, the 104. Let's pause it. Let me change that up. All right. We'll give Eric a bone here, and we'll go Malik Neighbors. This guy's AFK. Whatever. We'll go Malik Neighbors. Eric, if you want Jaden Daniels, go ahead, my guy. Make the draft linear. Good call. Boom. What a freaking good call, man. You said, Ron, you need a throwback Cordell Stewart Steelers jersey? Why would I need one of those? So I should just put together a Stewart collection. Cordell Stewart, Jonathan Stewart. It's kind of where I run out. Jonathan Stewart, Cordell Stewart. Can you guys think of any other Stewarts in the NFL? I feel like I'm being an idiot, and there's like a clear one that I'm just like forgetting. Got Drew in here. What's up, my guy? Would be shocked if Neighbors has a better career than Marv. It wouldn't shock me in the slightest. Neighbors is hitting 9+ RAS. It's the same tier as Marv for me. Yeah, that's where we're going to be pretty much at. I think that he's going to hit that pretty easily. He looks like the more explosive guy between him and Marv. May's easy QB2. I think the numbers will tell you it's a toss-up, but I do agree. I'm not a film watcher, but May does just look like an NFL quarterback with all the tools, everything that you want. MetLife, yeah, dude, MetLife is awful. P.S. I've seen you show an NFL mock before hosting the rookie. Yeah, I could probably do something like that. I should. Are we taking your grandkids to the game? Hey. That's all I need. Close to the Jets fans at MetLife this year with Nick. I'm down, though. All right, bet. I'll be in touch. You got kicked? Ooh. See if you can get back in there, Caleb. See if you can get back in. Grover Stewart. Can't say I know of Grover Stewart. Shannon Stewart, former Blue Jay. Stuart Little. Tony Stewart. The race car driver. Fun fact, my cousin is actually a motocross driver. He is Ronnie Stewart. So if any of you, I don't know. I feel like motocross is very, it's very, what do you want to call it? Niche. If any of you guys like motocross, there's a guy, Ronnie Stewart, who is my cousin. We're both named after the same dude. Both of our grandfather. But he goes by Ronnie. I just go by Ron. Y'all think should I start going by Ronnie? Growing up, I was a Ronnie. I don't know. Ronnie feels like a kid name. You have like Ronnie Brown, Ronnie Coleman. I don't know. Every time I say I'm Ron, you guys think I'm saying I'm on Rob Brown, the same Brown. Ron just doesn't roll off the tongue, man. I hate to say it. Is there anything that's available here people are forgetting about? What are these wide receivers looking like? Oh, okay. I got 2 ideas here. What's going to be Jesse Beathard's? So he goes Malachi Corley. A lot of guys love this Malachi Corley guy, huh? I can't say I have a Malachi Corley take. I'm just going to keep taking Bo Nix. Also, Jalen Wright, I don't have a take on him. I don't even know who that is. Saying Neighbors releases are booting his route running is booty. I'm stoked we're in this place we are in this year. Oh, dude. I love it, dude. I'm so happy for you guys. Oh, I'm familiar with... I have a Grover Stewart. I think, like, maybe Madden, like... I think that he was part of the Christmas promo this year, Madden Ultimate Team, Grover Stewart. Colts run stopper. Ron has more character. I'm Ronald. I'm on Ross St. Ur. Exactly. Malachi Corley had 109 screen passes in the last 2 years. Yeah, see, that's where it gets a little bit tough for me to, like, be all that excited about him. It seems like he's just like a mega producer screen merchant, like kind of like a Wan'Dale Robinson. And I don't think that he's like an early declare or anything. I don't know. I'm open to Malachi Corley being interesting. For context, what sort of team can afford to pick Bowers in the first round and contender or rebuild? I think he's a big risk ahead of someone like Odunze. I think any team can pick Bowers. I think anyone can. You get the upside maybe in year 1, he's a stud. If not, you have like I feel like Dalton Kincaid wasn't even really usable outside of like maybe like 4 games this year. Where like Dawson Knox was sitting, you're like, okay, I'm going to start Dalton Kincaid. Like, he could give you really not much in year 1 and still hold a lot of trade value. Yeah, Neighbors route running isn't booty. I couldn't tell you who has a good release or not, to be real with you. But I would be skeptical to say that Malik Neighbors is bad at anything when it comes to playing wide receiver. Corley feels like this year's Rondale Moore. The interesting part is like the reason why I like fell in love with Moore, like Wan'Dale, is like, and I wish I didn't, but it was because like they were like young early producers. So you're giving me the profile of Rondale Moore, and then he's not like Rondale Moore's freshman year at Purdue is bonkers. It is one of the craziest freshman years ever. So instead, you're going to play at Western Kentucky and put up your best seasons later. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh. I'm probably being too harsh to Malachi Corley again. I haven't really even gotten to it. Like I haven't really even inputted his numbers all the way at this point yet. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. It's still very, very early, fellas. You're going to take Bucky Irving. That's a great pick. And I'm going to take Braylon Allen in the 3rd round. Give me that all day. Yeah, I'm very excited for Braylon Allen, but he could very well run a 4.6, and I'm no longer that interested. Dude, I think no, Bowers to the Falcons. God damn it. I think Bowers ends up on the Chargers. I really do. Bowers gave Harbaugh some problems a few times in the college football playoffs, I think. Could be wrong, but I think. Corley, a Senior Bowl guy, yeah. You said releases are extremely easy to learn, though? Huh. Again, yeah, like releases, I couldn't really tell you much. I do definitely like again, I don't know releases, but I do worry about like reception perception, win rate versus press. I want to get a win versus press, but I don't really need it to look pretty, if that makes sense. I do know what a release is, but I couldn't tell you what makes a release good or bad. I guess it just comes down to getting stuffed by a corner and press coverage, not taking too many steps. I think Tyreek Hill got completely jammed. Well, it was like the final play versus like maybe it was either McDuffie or Snead, but he got like pancaked off the line towards the end of that I think wild card game. Kyler and Marvin Harrison Jr., that'd be fun. Yeah, Rondell's breakout age also got to me. Yeah, that's the issue with Jacob Cowing. And he has like a tale of two stories, where his first 2 years, he was used down the field, and then his last 2 years, he was like a 5 to 6 yard A-dot guy. All right, what do we got? Last pick. Huh. Okay, I got a couple options. Snead presses wild. He throws both hands at it. Dude, where did Snead even come from? I don't even recall him during the draft cycle. Like I want to say, he was like a day 3 pick. Legarius, what a preposterous name. But shout out him. We're gonna go Jaheim Bell again. I really like Jaheim Bell. We'll see. Again, he has a lot of hurdles to climb. He needs to test well, get drafted day 2. But if he does, he's a very, very fun profile. Johnny Wilson's interesting as well. If Johnny Wilson was to make a switch to or make the switch to tight ends, he'd be really fun. But that's all he said about Chase Claypool. So take that as you will. Polk over McMillan is wild. It's consensus, but I was telling Brock earlier that I think it wouldn't shock me if the NFL took McMillan over Polk. He went to Louisiana Tech, huh? What else we got? Any last minute questions here before I peace out of here? But like I said, you Dynasty folks, you're heard. We're going to be producing more Dynasty content here. We're going to be doing weekly live streams. Like I think Monday, we're going to do a startup live stream. I don't know how many rounds of the startup we're going to do, but we're going to stream a startup. That should be fun. I do miss connecting with you guys, hanging out, seeing what's awesome. Or not seeing what's awesome, but seeing what's good. I was reading Brock's message here. You can tell I'm a little bit rusty on the mic, on the stream in general, but I do appreciate hanging out with you guys again. Really, just for you sickos, it's January, but if you have startups going on, I have on patreon.com/Ron Stewart. You can find the description or the link in the description, in the live chat, all that good stuff. My top 200 Dynasty rankings are all live, and I have them with the rookie picks in there as well. So you can just hop into a startup, know where I'm taking rookie picks, know where I'm taking players at this point. And then I also have a top 25, like way too early, top 25 rookie rankings if you're curious about what any of that looks like, on top of like early RS grades for this class. A lot more to come. Very excited here. But I appreciate you guys coming out here, hanging out, participating in the live stream. I don't think I have anything else to talk through, but this was fun. Shout out to Sleeper for putting these rookies already on their platform. We will be doing a ton of mock drafts and streams this Dynasty offseason. We'll be doing a ton of Dynasty content this offseason. I will say February is going to be a little bit slow when it comes to videos, but just remember, I want to completely kind of like renovate the studio down here this month. I have to upload all of the 2024 prospects. Like I had like all the top guys. I have to upload everyone that's on the combine list in there. Then I also want to do the 2025 and the 2026 classes. I need to tweak some of the models. Thankfully, last year, we made a tight end model from scratch, which was absolutely brutal. We're not going to make anything from scratch this year, but I do want to tweak a couple things. There's a couple things I want to look at. I do want to add archetypes back to wide receivers as well. We have a lot of things to do on the back end, so bear with me. Things will be a little bit slow, but we will be producing probably like a video or two a week, a stream or two a week, having some fun here. But I appreciate you guys coming out here, tuning into the live stream, hanging out. As always, I love you guys, and I will see y'all in the next one.